Hello, and welcome here on YouTube and welcome on my working table. My name is Lisbeth and I'm a Danish abstract mixed media artist. And many of you know me already, and for those who don't, I do a lot of different things here on this channel. So if you're into bookmaking, collaging with both fabric and paper, jelly printing, collaging, making books, slow stitching, yeah, you name it, you'll come to the right channel, and a warm welcome to you. But today I thought about it is really getting into fall here in Denmark. This is the view from one of my windows, and you can see some of the trees already have dropped their leaves, and I really like the colors of this time of the year. So here's another view from out my other window where I'm filming. This is a wisteria and it is dropping its leaves too. And if you wonder why I have cans there in those pots, it is because I use them for eco dyeing. So, but that was a sidebar. But looking at all those autumn colors, I fancied to make a fabric collage. It is some time ago since I have made one. Sometime, a couple of months I think, and I made a series. I think I made 8 different, and I would put a link below in the description box for the playlist with these kinds of ways of working or making fabric collages. So that is my plan for today, to make a collage with these rusty, greeny, earthy, and not earthy, but autumn or fall colors. So I will see what I can come up with today. As I have told before, I have a friend who is making her own, she's not making the fabric, but she's printing all her fabrics for her textile collages. And quilts. She makes big quilts also, and she kindly gave me a bag with what she called leftovers, and for me it is goodie, like getting a goodie bag. And I have picked some of her printed fabric up, and I have some of my own and some leftovers from other things. So I think this is the pieces will see if I can get to go into this fall autumn collage. I have these 2 pieces who are with leaves, and I think they image this time of year very, very nice. But I think it's too much to have both of them in my little collage, because my collage here is only 20 by 20 centimeters, so it's approximately 8 by 8 inches in inches. And I use some heavy felt as my background because I like to stitch in it. Yeah, let us see what I can come up with today. I'm sure I want this piece there. If it's going this way or that way, I don't know yet, but let us see here. Then I have this piece here, but perhaps this is too boring or too wrong color for this time of year. But let us see. I will put it there. This, and I know this is really colorful, but I think when I'm looking at the trees now, they are really colorful, like this. And this, I have this here also, but I don't think I like this green. That's not my color. Boop, boop, boop. But yeah, this could have been an option if you are fond of this green color, and I'm not. So normally I would have taken a picture with my phone and saved it, and then I will go like this and start all over, and that I can do a couple of times until I find the way I like it. So this one is out of this collage. Yeah, or perhaps I have this that goes all the way down. That could be nice. And there, or there. Yeah, again, I should have ironed my fabric, but I didn't. And yeah, there. I like that. And then I have this piece here. Yeah, that's much better. That's much more for my taste. I think I like this. And then I have all these different small bits and bobs here. Like this one. Perhaps it is better there. Yeah, I don't know. I have this strip also, but there's purple in it there, and I don't think there's much purple when I look out of my window, so that I won't use. So then I have these. That is the selvedge from some bought fabric here. There's too much white, so that I won't use. And that is also for, yeah, I don't think it is from a jelly roll with a Bailey quilts fabric, or batik fabric. That could work. I also have this green one. Yeah, that I like. But it's too short. But luckily I have a bigger piece here, so let me see if I can tear it. So fingers in your ears. Reach. It's a quite strange fabric. I don't know what it is, and I think one student at some point has given it to me, because it is really a strange fabric. It looks like silk, but I don't think it is. Perhaps it is rayon or something. But the warp and the weft are two different colors, and that gives the fabric the look and color it has. So here, I think I would like it to go all the way to that bit there, like this, and cut that off. And then perhaps it is too much with this one. Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps not. If that doesn't look like autumn, I don't know what will look like autumn. I will go for this way here. So I will just take my trusty glue stick and give the fabric some dabs. Not much, but not enough so they will be sitting there until I have sewed them down. Or baste them down. And there was a red hair, and I wonder where that come from. And I normally go a little over the substrate because I can cut it clean afterwards. Yeah, it would have been better to have ironed your fabric, but yeah, wishful thinking. And this there, and the last piece, I will just give it some dabs there. And there. And the two small strips I will take care of when I baste these down. So I will find this machine sewing thread and my needle and baste this down. I have found this strange color thread I think could work at all the fabrics. I make it so invisible as possible, and if there's a big difference between some of the fabrics, I could sometimes change the thread here because I really don't want it to be seen. But the thing I'm doing is, let me see, I'm in frame. I just come up and then I go 2 or 3 threads back and down again, and then I come up a centimeter ahead of about a centimeter or so. Go down again and come up about a centimeter or 1.5 centimeter. It doesn't matter that much. And again down. So you can see it is the tiniest stitches I'm making, and I would say you can't hardly see them. And don't drag or too much in the thread. The more you drag, the more you will pull the stitch into the felt, and the more there will be a little, like a indentation, I think it is called, a little valley, and I don't like that in this case here. So that doesn't take very long to do this. So I will do this all the way around the fabric here, or the square here, and I will be back. So how lucky can one girl be? This is what is left of the thread. You can also say that it's planning, but I'll just go back here, and then I just go into the felt, and that is all I do. And you can see all the long stitches there, and you can hardly see the small stitches on the front. I think I want to drag this a little more this way here, like this and like this. So now this is based down, and since I don't know what I will embroider of stitches where, and so I think I would put this green one on here, because then all the fabrics are attached, so I can decide what I want to do in the areas where I haven't basted anything down. So, and I will cut the edges clean. These are so small, these overhanging here, so I don't mind, but if there's too much of it, it is hard to see what the square looks like, but I think I can do it here. So I think this one is going to be there, and I will have to stitch it down with something, with some kinds of stitches. And what color do I want to stitch it down with? Yeah, many options. See if I have a green one. Yeah, I have this green one. I will give it some thoughts and be back. Looking at it, I think I want to do a long strip of feather stitches down here because they remind me of branches, or it's a botanical stitch, you could say. And perhaps I will also sew a little there. I don't know yet, but since I know I will be doing feather stitches there, in the same family is what is the fly? Is it called fly stitching in English? I think. So I think I will do fly stitches all across here, so they are connected somehow. I like to have not 10 different stitches in a collage like this, 2 or sometimes 3 if it is running stitches or back stitches or square stitches. They are also like in the same family. But I think I will start with dabbing this down here. Is there a side I like better than the other? I don't think there's a difference. So just a little here to keep it down while I'm sewing. There. And I think I will just cut it off there. Butch. There. And I have decided to use this thicker. And it is also mercerized cotton, and it is twice as thick as the one I use normally. So, and in this color, so I can see if I like it. I will find a bigger needle, I think. Off with that. That is too small too. How about this one? I think this one is better. I know how you have it, but I always try to find the smallest needle I can thread, because I am so used to also do embroidery on paper, and the smaller the needle you have, the smaller hole to make in the paper. But here in this case it doesn't really matter because I'm stitching into felt. So let us see, I will come up just above the line, the green line here. And go down about a centimeter, also above the green line here. And now is the question, do I want to do them like this and a stalk or here, or do I want to make them just this height and the stalk down there? I think I will go with that. There are so many options, and only one life as far as we know. And then again I will go down here in the green. So that is a fly stitch, a simple one. And perhaps I can turn it this way and do it opposite here. So there. That could look nice, I think. You never know what happens. And isn't that exciting? So again, I will come up here. Like this, and go down above the green. There. Yeah, I like that. So again, I will come up here and down and up here in the about in the middle. I think it is not much point on this needle here. I wear my needles out because I'm stitching so much into paper. Here, like this. I will do it all the way over there and show it to you. So done with this sewing here, and I like it. And I have also basted this line down and this line down and basted this down and basted this down. So now everything is sitting tight and not running anywhere. So now the next step will be what else to put on here. And I don't know if you remember, but a while ago I played with this landscape clothes or weed suppressant. And I have these different small pieces, and perhaps I could use a bit of that. I think that is too big, and that is also too big. This one, size-wise, is good, but I don't think I like the color. And then there's this one here, and I in fact think I like that color, and I think it looks nice there. And what else? I think it could need a boom of something. I have these silk cocoons colored, and I bought them like they are colored, but you can also buy them in their natural color and dye them yourself if you want to do that. I think that is perhaps a little too big, but I can see they cut a little, like a lid off, and then they can empty the cocoon for the silkworm that is sitting in there. Sometimes you find the silkworms dead, of course, yeah. But I think that could be very nice sitting there. So I think I like that, but I still don't know if I can make, instead of using my thick thread, if I only use my thin thread and make like a long branch or something down here with not fly stitches, what are they called? Feather stitches, yeah, all those names. And then I can attach this afterwards, and perhaps there, I don't know yet. I think I will start with the fly stitches all up and down there. And I've decided for this color. And again, I will find my needle here. Sorry for my arm. Like this, and make a knot. And I don't mind knots here on the felt. So do I want it exactly down in the middle, or do I want it to, I think I want it to be some kind of curvy line. But let us see. You come up and go down in the same level. You come up a little further down, and that is the first. And then you go to one side, the other side perhaps. Yeah, you can go to the same side, or yeah, whatever you fancy. Yeah. And you can make them as wide or as long as you like. This stitch has many options and it is a nice stitch to sew, I think. Just have to make this loop so you won't unravel your thread there. And then you can go a little to the other side, for instance. And again to the same side. It's just playing. Up here again. So this is a nice stitch to sew like this. I will do it all the way down and be back. So done with the feather stitches down that column here, and I think they look nice. And I think if I put this down here and this down here, I like it. So before I do something about attaching this, I think I will just give it some running stitches or back stitches. I don't know, some lines, let us say so. Yeah. So I have taken this color thread here, perhaps I can do back stitches. So, no knots here, thank you. There. Yeah. Come on. So you come up. And then you go back in the stitch behind you. And the hole behind you. Go down. And you come up. And if you're insecure, you can always draw a pencil line or something to follow. But I will just eyeball it. And you can make them as short or long as you like. Just to give it a little more definition. This. I would do it on the other leaves too and be back. So the leaves have got a little more definition. So now for the last thing, this piece of painted wheat suppressants. And I think, yeah, I want it like this, and I will put it that way because then I can put my arm, not my arm, my hand, so I can keep it in place. And I try to find a thread that looks most as a thing here. It is quite easy to stitch into. That isn't a problem. but I will stitch it down here and be back. Oops, sorry for shaking you. So done with it. This, it is sewn down, and that wasn't very hard. It is easy to stitch through. So the last thing I want to do is to put this thing down here, but I will wait until I cut the edges clean, because I think it is a little while. It takes a little while for it to dry. And you can, of course, just turn it around and cut it with your scissor, or you can also take a self-healing cutting mat and then put your ruler up to the felt and just go all the way down here. This is quite fluffy edge, so, and don't remove your ruler until you're sure you have cut all the way through. So I think I'm sure I have here like this. But these are the two options for this. But I will do the other side, 3 sides. If you cut with a scissor, take care not to cut into the felt. And you can always give it a little more if you think some of the threads are hanging out or something. So done with that, and I think it looks quite nice. And then there's this little part. I know it is nearly impossible to stitch into, and the only way I think I can do it is to glue it down. And I really hate gluing these small pieces down. They are, oh yeah, you get glue everywhere except on the small piece. But I will try to see if I can do it here. Oh, this was, whoosh, that wasn't smart. Just a moment, I will get my kitchen. So I know it will dry up clear, so it doesn't matter. But it is a very old bottle, and I could get it to flow through the tip here. So I had divided it and had a needle through and all kinds of things. And it is quite runny too, and I think it's too old, or yeah, I don't know. But I will not do it over my piece here. I think I will see if I can do it here. But some of you are probably much better at gluing than I am. It's really a job. I hate this job here. There's a little to hang on to. So let us see here. Oops. And I don't want a lot of glue on the top of the silk cocoon, but yeah, I think it will be sitting there, or at least I can give it perhaps a little in there. So I will just let it dry. Yeah, it isn't quite dry yet, but I think I can do what I want to do now. If you would like to frame a piece like this, there are several options. Of course, you could go and buy some person to frame it for you with a mat and everything. But I like to use just these stretch canvases, and these are 20 by 20, so they fit. And then I'll just put it on the top here, and I like, you can see it hanging a little out from the wall. You can of course paint the sides if you want, so you could paint them rust colors like here, so it would be so screaming white, but that's up to you. You could also use a cradle board, that would be the same, but the way I do it is I take some gel medium and use that as adhesive. So that is the way I do it. Oh, I'm all out of frame, so sorry. But I will take some close-ups here at the end of the video. So if anybody is interested, some of the other pieces and this piece is also for sale for a very low amount of money. So if anybody is interested in one of these, so like this, so I think there are 6 left of the 8 from the first series. Please contact me and we can figure something out. But if you have been inspired and if you like what you have been seeing and learned something perhaps, or you have got some tips and tricks and perhaps want to try to give it a go yourself, please give my video a thumbs up and please consider subscribing my little Danish channel. That would be very helpful of you and I would appreciate it very much. So take care and be creative. Until next time. Bye bye for now.